up, everybody? Welcome to the Triangle. We got a newcomer, Eddie Garcia, and the old faithful Dan Kenny making his return, joining David Huffman here at the Triangle.
What an intro. Jesus Christ.
Dan Kenny is back.
Yes.
How are you doing, man?
It's been all right. I'm not doing too shabby. So we got some sports we want to talk about.
Yeah, we're going to talk
right,
about a little
David?
NBA. We're going to talk about the dunk contest, three-point contest, then we're going to preview the trade deadline. So we'll start with the dunk contest.
The dunk contest. Okay, so this is always my favorite competition every single year. Obviously, the dunk contest has lost its flair. You've heard this all the time over mainstream media. We don't need to tell you this, but let's pretend like we're interested in this year's dunk contest, right? So, who's in it this year? We have Aaron.
We got Aaron Gordon, DeAndre Jordan, Glenn Robinson III, and Derrick Jones Jr.
Hold on, Glenn Robinson III and Derrick Jones Jr. Why? Is this what the dunk contest has come to? Anywho,
well, they always find a way to bring in these guys. Like James Flight White a couple seasons ago. I mean, Shannon Brown had a decent NBA career, but it was like, oh, Shannon Brown, all he does is dunk.
So, and then you have two big guys. Usually they just have one big man playing in the dunk contest. Now we have Aaron Gordon, who's like, 6'10", and DeAndre Jordan, who's 6'11". All right, so I don't know who's the favorite in this. Well, Derrick Jones Jr. is a specialist, right? He's a specialist dunker.
He's never actually dunked in an NBA game.
Wow, that's a weird stat. And he's competing in the dunk contest, and then we have two veterans of the dunk contest, and Aaron Gordon, that is, and DeAndre Jordan. Aaron Gordon, in my opinion, should have beat Zach LaVine last year.
Totally agree. It's fan vote. You know how it goes.
Yeah, it's weird.
I hate DeAndre Jordan. I just think that like the big man that can dunk is just so overdone. Like, you know, he's 7'2", but like they never do anything like spectacular. But like Dwight Howard, it was fun, but like.
I think the best dunk contest I've ever seen, the best two, I should say, were by two big men. Blake Griffin, number one, and then Dwight Howard.
Oh, please.
He jumped over a Kia.
Yeah, but he jumped over the small part of the Kia. Like, he didn't jump over the whole car.
And then he had, like, two or three other dunks that were, like, super
JaVale McGee was just as good during that dunk contest. He dunked with the three basketballs, which was super
great,
insane.
Yeah.
They should have won in the dunk contest.
So, if I had to pick a favorite, if I had to pick someone, I think it would make sense to pick Aaron Gordon. I'm going DeAndre Jordan. I think he's got I've seen him fly above the rim for the Clippers.
What is he gonna do? What is he gonna do to wow people? Like what do you think he can do
that
hasn't been done? Because it's really like the people that do stuff that hasn't been done. That's usually how you win.
Yeah, agreed.
So what is he gonna do that hasn't been done?
Honestly, that's why we have to watch. I don't know what he's got planned up his sleeves, but Aaron Gordon, I think last year he jumped over his mascot on top of the hovercraft or whatever.
Like the mascot held the basketball in his hand.
But he was spinning on like
and he grabbed the basketball as the mascot was spinning and dunked it. That was pretty intense.
Fantastic dunk. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm going DeAndre Jordan. Huff, what do you think? Who's your favorite?
Have you ever seen Glenn Robinson III dunk?
No.
Like, why is he in this contest?
I have not. I think he could dunk. I mean, I honestly really haven't seen.
I'm sure he could dunk if he's in the NBA. Every player in the NBA can probably dunk, but
I don't know about that. But go on.
I'm pretty sure every player in the NBA can dunk at some point.
I'm trying to think like Kemba Walker, or I'm trying to think of
Kemba Walker can dunk. He just doesn't. It's terrible for your knees and stuff. But I don't know. I guess I'll take Aaron Gordon. Derrick Jones III.
Tyler Ulis can't dunk.
I'm sure he could if he wanted to.
He's 5'6". Tyler, he's a rookie. If you don't know, he's from Kentucky. He was a first-round pick this year.
Is he on the Suns now?
Yeah, he's on the Suns.
All their other Kentucky Wildcats.
They have too many guards. They have an influx of guards on that team. I think they're super talented despite being last place in the West, but they just have so many guards.
I like Marquise Chris. I like
Marquise Chris.
T.J. Warren.
Dragon Bender. He hasn't done anything. He was their number 4 or number 8 selection this year, something like that.
But I guess I'll take Aaron Gordon.
Devin Booker.
I've never been so underwhelmed by like the dunk contest lineup. Like none of these guys really do it for me.
I've been underwhelmed before.
Like Aaron Gordon, DeAndre Jordan, 7 feet tall. So I hope he can dunk. Glenn Robinson III, I've never seen him dunk. Derrick Jones III, I hardly heard of him until he got into the dunk contest.
Yeah, no, he was a complete mystery. Man, I never heard of Derrick Jones Jr. But
why did they pick this guy? Like, you know, what would be really cool. is they have like
he has crazy
so,
highlights.
so they had like 4 dunk contests, like 4 NBA players in a dunk contest, and then they added like one of those like and 1 dunk people, and like they had all 5 of them competing against each other. Like if they took, they got that Kilgannon guy. Mm-hmm. Like you ever seen some of his stuff? Like if they had him compete against like 4 NBA players in a dunk contest, I think that'd be cool.
That would be cool, but then I mean,
like you ever seen that video where that Kilgannon guy comes out with Gary Payton? Gary Payton's there, and like he like blows Gary Payton's mind.
Yeah, but then I don't know. It just wouldn't be as authentic because these are NBA players. Obviously, Kilgannon's not in the NBA, and then I don't know. It's like you're picking up guys off the street.
Neither is Derek Jones Jr.
Derek Jones Jr. technically is in the NBA. He's on a team. He has impressive highlights. If you look at his D-League dunks, he's destroying the rim in front, like over the top of people. So
he's never dunked in an NBA game.
Yeah, so that's where it gets a little fishy. All right, so anywho, let's hear what Eddie has to say. Eddie, who's your favorite to win the dunk contest?
I think that I'm going with the former. He should have won last year, Aaron Gordon, because he's brought back the dunk contest in my opinion. Last year he brought it back where it's like to the Vince Carter era. You know what I'm saying? Like that feel. Because before that, I feel like the dunk contest wasn't really paid attention to. I feel like people just didn't want to watch it anymore. It was getting, because these big stars they didn't want to play it.
I don't think this lineup helps. I agree with you. I think it was last year was strong, but this lineup's like it's like the 4 people that are in this dunk contest. Like it doesn't do it for me.
Well, to bounce off your point, Eddie, I think Zach LaVine did a great job of bringing it back to the glory days with his inventive dunks. He was just so smooth, like how he would transfer the ball from his right hand to his left hand. He's a right-handed guy, and he finishes with his left. He was just very impressive to watch. And then Aaron Gordon also built off that momentum, doing dunks we've never seen done before, and throwing him down with such ferocity. If Zach LaVine was in this contest, let's be real, he would win.
But he already said he wasn't going to compete even before he got hurt.
And now he has a torn ACL, so that's not going to help. But on top of that, I don't understand why the dunk contest doesn't get big name players. Like back in the day, MJ was.
I think it's because it puts so much torque on your knee to dunk and such. Like I think it's such a.
Really, I have a stronger stance. I think these NBA stars are cowards. Yeah. I think they're afraid to
lose.
Yeah, exactly. Because it takes a lot of creativity to do this dunk contest. It's not easy to do. That's why LeBron James, he's gotten so much criticism for never doing a dunk contest.
Well, I also think that he also requires a lot of time to come up with. If you have a lot of free time to come up with dunks, you probably your basketball team's not any good.
Well, they hang out in gyms like 10 hours a day or something ridiculous. Like they're professional athletes. They train. They have a lot of free time in the gym to practice these ridiculous, crazy dunks.
Yeah, I agree. Like if you're an amazing dunker, you're an amazing dunker. You know what I'm saying? Like you can show your raw talent. LeBron James is an outstanding
I also agree with you. I think that these players are afraid to lose.
Yeah.
Like to a scrub.
Exactly. So how would LeBron James look if he lost to Derek Jones Jr., who played 10 minutes a game? You know what I'm saying?
He would look weak.
Exactly. He's always played 10 minutes in the NBA now?
I think he's played 11 total minutes.
Solid. Nice. This is our dunk time.
I heard that he has never dunked in the game.
I don't know. I've seen him in the warm-ups. That's the only time I've seen him dunk.
I don't think he's ever dunked in an NBA game.
It's 2017, folks. This is our starting lineup for the dunk contest. But no, I think that we were touching on a great point. I want to bring back to that. Why don't these NBA players, these stars, that common sense would be like, well, you'd be great in a dunk contest. Why aren't you in it? Like, why isn't John Wall? He can throw it down. I'm trying to.
Well, I think he's got knee concerns because dunking really does put a lot of torque on your knee.
You really think that's knee concerns? A game
I
puts
think
more.
I'm telling you,
he'll do no more than 4 dunks. I mean, plus redos and stuff. He's doing less than 10 dunks. Forget the knee concerns.
For a day of just dunking, you think that's gonna cause an impact on their career?
I think people think about it when they're like, I got knee problems. I probably shouldn't be dunking in the first place.
I'd like to see DeMar DeRozan in the dunk contest.
Again,
I think it's a good one.
Yeah, I'd like to see. Oh, he already competed, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
He did the one of the candle bird. Like he blew out the candle. Or I think.
Oh, is that DeMar DeRozan?
I know Gerald Green did it originally.
I'm pretty sure he had.
Gerald Green did it. Yeah, that's the memorable
that was
one.
sick when he did it. DeRozan might have been in there, but
I'm pretty sure he's been in.
But still, there's so many great dunkers like out there. Why aren't these people doing? Like, I feel like they're doing the NBA a disservice.
Here's the thing that I feel like LeBron. I think he stated this in the past. He said that he wants to give an opportunity for other people to participate in the All-Star game, but I think that's just an excuse.
That's a cop out.
Yeah.
You know, he's. Like LeBron James arguably is the best in-game dunker we got right now. Yeah. Would you agree?
No,
top 3 to be safe.
He was a 2 dunk contest.
Oh, DeMar DeRozan. Oh.
He was in 2010 and
See,
2011.
staying corrected. You learn something new every day, folks. But DeMar DeRozan was in the 2011 dunk contest, but still, there needs to be more stars doing this.
I agree.
Like
If it's a high-profile competition, and
I think LeBron might be too
disgusting.
old now.
Now, but I mean, he pushed it back already.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, like at this point, like I don't want to see LeBron James doing the dunk contest at this point.
I mean, in his prime, LeBron was at the top. You know, he's one of the best in-game dunkers.
You know, you watch LeBron James' basketball game. He's not really great at being creative. He just kind of slams he just drives as hard as he can into the lane and then tries to score. Like, he doesn't have any crossover moves or any creativity to his game. It's all basically, I'm just going to be bigger and better than you, so I'm just going to take care of business.
I mean, if it was Joel Embiid we were talking about, Dave, with the knee concerns, then
big man, yeah.
Then I understand because
He
he's
doesn't have knee concerns. He had foot
foot
problems.
concerns, whatever.
Now he's got knee problems.
Meniscus, right? His meniscus. He tore his meniscus.
Yeah, he's got a lot of issues.
Walter said he was going to go to the Hall of Fame.
Who said that?
Walter Douglas.
Walter Douglas said Joel Embiid's going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I was like, please slow the brakes, man.
After his 6-year career, probably maybe 7-year career. Joel Embiid's not going to last long, man. He's a big guy.
He's not going to the Hall of Fame. Please.
I will say I'm super impressed by how effective he is in games.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute, please. His stats are inflated because every time he's on the court, they give him the basketball every single possession.
I mean, he's on
So
the
he just-
76ers, though.
So
like there's
what?
there's no other system where it's just basically this guy's on the floor, let's just give him the basketball.
Kobe on the Lakers, like
When they weren't good, yeah, you're right. That was awesome.
the Sixers aren't good.
Yeah, but I think the fact that people want to make him an all-star is embarrassing.
I don't think that's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
No, I don't think so.
I would vote for him to be an all-star.
Why? They have the worst record. They have like the second worst record in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, but that's not his fault. I mean,
Yeah,
he's by himself. You're saying that
They would be the worst if he wasn't. And I think they're a little bit better than bottom two. Like they've actually won a decent amount of games.
and I don't think it's just on him though. He's highlighting other players on the team, role players that you never even heard of.
Like who?
Yeah.
Let me think.
Robert Covington.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on, please.
Nerlens Noel's, he's battling a lot of injury, but he's okay.
No one's hardly ever plays.
He's playing a little bit more. I'm trying to think who else
Nerlens
is
reminds me of a Tyson Chandler.
like Dario
Nerlens
Saric.
Noel? Yeah, I can see that.
Dario Saric, he's also a rookie, but he was drafted in the first round 3 years ago. Played overseas, and now it's his first year.
2 years ago.
2 or 3. Either or. Who else do they have? They have a few. Oh,
they
Nick
got
Stauskas, the shooting guard.
T.J. McCollum.
Yeah,
Who hit that game-winning shot against
McCollum?
they hit the game-winning
I
shot
was
against
just
the
about to
Knicks
say
a few seasons ago, or like this year.
They're young.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they're super promising.
I think it's nice. They have Jahlil Okafor who's going to be traded in like any day.
Probably to the Bulls.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, the Bulls. There's been some rumors that the Bulls aren't really involved in any of the trade talk. They've got
Ownership. I heard the Bulls' ownership might be.
What does that mean?
They're tanking soon. I heard
Good.
it's gonna be
Should be.
a whole
Good.
change in there.
I'm tired of this in the middle stuff. Like just make the playoffs just to get people to keep showing up. No.
Sign D-Wade.
This is what I'm talking about with the Bulls. They're not taking any of my money. So they either blow this shit up or become a actual relevant team. Let's move on to the three-point contest. So the three-point contest lineup is actually pretty fun. We got some big men in there.
Yeah, let's.
The lineup, they got Eric Gordon, Kyrie Irving, Kyle Lowry.
Sparky P in there?
Wesley Matthews, yeah. Nick Young, Kemba Walker, Klay Thompson, C.J. McCollum. Like, that is a stacked three-point contest.
Who's your pick to click?
I think
I like Eric Gordon.
Really?
Yeah, I like Eric Gordon.
there's two dark horses, and they are Wes Matthews and C.J. McCollum. I feel like those guys are sharpshooters. They don't obviously. The favorites clearly got to be either Klay Thompson or Kyrie Irving.
I actually picked when we did this with TJ. I actually picked Wesley Matthews.
I would have picked CJ. I'm going with CJ McCollum.
CJ McCollum, that's a nice pick.
But he's more of a dribble, like off the dribble jump shoot, like 3-point shooter. He's not really a catch and shoot guy. Like I'm sure the president of Kyle Korver in here, but none of these guys really are. And Klay Thompson kind of.
Klay Thompson had a memorable 3-point contest last year with Steph.
That was 2 years ago.
No, was it? I thought it was last year.
Yeah, that was last year. And who else was in it? Well, it was Devin Booker.
Devin Booker,
Devin
yeah.
Booker.
I thought Devin Booker's not in this lineup.
Oh, I think he's a top 5 to top 8 jump shooter in the NBA right now, and he's only 20 years old. He's a fantastic player.
He's going to be an excellent player.
I think it's a super interesting name on this list is Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker's the leader of that weird New Orleans Hornets team now.
Charlotte
Hornet, whatever. he's a great player, and he doesn't get like a lot of hype behind him nowadays for whatever reason. He's super undersized, but he's a great player. So, and he usually takes big shots. So I think he.
Yeah, but he's another one of those guys. Like most of his jump shots come off the dribble. Like he's not really a standstill like rhythm 3-point shooter. There's a much different mindset to like a catch and shoot as opposed to you're gaining your rhythm through your dribble before you shoot.
If I'm going to Vegas and I have $500 and I have to pick one of these players, I'm putting it on Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson, exactly.
I think
Eric Gordon.
No.
Eric Gordon. No.
Eric
Thompson.
Gordon leads the
Klay Thompson's
league.
the most fluid shooter
Eric Gordon
in that
leads the NBA in 3-point percentage. At this
No,
point.
Otto Porter Jr.
Why isn't he here?
I don't know.
Per attempts though.
I think the overall 3-point percentage, Otto Porter Jr. is number one. We can fact
I think
check
Eric
that
Gordon
now.
may have made more threes. Than
That could be true.
Yeah, okay.
But for percentage, that's why I'm surprised. Big Otto's not on there. Super underrated player. Georgetown.
Otto.
Big Otto. He's 6'8".
I'm surprised that this is Kemba's first All-Star game. I don't know. That's a surprise to me.
Yeah.
Well, because the Hornets are always regularly underachieved.
That's true.
I mean, besides Kemba Walker, who else did they got? Besides, they had Big Al last year.
I hate who they draft. They draft
Noah Vonleh.
Noah Vonleh sucks.
Zeller. Break the tank.
Yeah, Kaminsky, Cody Zeller. I mean, these players are okay, but they're not going to turn your franchise around. Michael
But the
Kidd-Gilchrist.
problem is that they
reached
draft
on
like
him.
in the middle of the pack.
Now they
And
do.
everybody thought Michael Kidd-Gilchrist was going to be like the stud.
He has no
But
offense.
the game has really not developed at all.
He'll shut you down. He's probably one of the better defenders in the league.
He leads the league in 3 points percentage defended.
Which is an awesome stat.
Yeah.
That's a great stat. That's new gen stats, everybody. So he's an okay player. He's good to have on a winning team, but the
I still like
Hornets
Eric
aren't a
Gordon. I
winning
think Eric
team.
Gordon because he's used to like catching and shooting off the like he's not really one of these guys that like shoots off the dribble, which almost everybody else on the list besides maybe Wesley Matthews.
Nick Young's on there just for show. I feel like.
Swag.
No, he's got
yeah.
a high. His percentage is like stupid high right now.
Let me ask you, who would you write off? Who do you think? Who's
Nick Young.
To come in last,
Yeah.
Kemba
Nick
Walker.
Young. I'm saying Nick Young.
You're saying Nick Young, Kemba Walker? Ooh, that's interesting. I like Kyle Lowry, but I feel like he's gonna drop.
tank?
Yeah, I feel he's gonna underperform in this competition. I think it's gonna come down to Clay and Kyrie.
Wow.
If I'm gonna be
Clay
honest.
and Kyrie. Now I'm going Clay and CJ.
Eric Gordon and Kelly Thompson.
Clay and CJ.
Kelly Thompson?
Clay.
Thompson. Oh, okay.
Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly Thompson. Yeah.
She sounds lovely.
Eric Gordon, Clay Thompson.
Hold on. What before we move on? Who is the best 3-point shooter in the NBA in this contest?
No. Who's the best 3-point shooter? You, Dave.
Kyle Korver.
Oh,
Wow.
I disagree.
Who do you think?
I think it's got to be Steph Curry. He's the best.
I think Steph Curry's the best 3-point shooter
He's the best 3-point shooter ever.
Yeah,
You know?
arguably.
Kyle Korver.
Not yet.
Kyle, hold on, for the record,
Loving it.
Dave Huffman just said that Kyle Korver is a better 3-point shooter than Steph Curry.
Since he's become on the Cavs, he's shooting at 50% from the 3-point line.
I don't care. Hey,
Korver.
that's less than 10 games, dude.
Kyle Korver's a good
Steph Curry
3-point
can
shooter.
pull up from half court and probably make it.
Come on.
The best-
Consistently. No,
he
he's
can't do that
shown it.
regularly.
I
know he had that stat where he shoots like beyond 30 feet, 60% from the 3-point.
That's ridiculous. That's a pure shooter. He knows where the basket is. I feel like anywhere he's on the court, he doesn't even have to be looking at
I'm
the
gonna
rim.
give you the rare opportunity of backtracking now, Dave. Do you take back what you said? Do you truly believe that Kyle Korver is a superior 3-point shooter than Steph Curry? Do you really believe that?
I hope you say
No.
no. Yeah. I think Dave
There
just
we
does
go.
not like Steph Curry.
No, I like the Warriors fine, but I like Kyle Korver. He should get a little shout out. He should
1
be
foot
this
in, 1 foot out,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
Kyle Korver should get a little bit of a shout out here.
No.
Kyle Korver, you got it. You still got it.
Okay, I think you just tried giving him some recognition.
Yeah.
I threw his name in the hat there.
It was a little Kyle Korver. Let's move on to the trade deadline. If you had to pick a player most likely to get moved,
Jalil.
I think he's gotten the most rumors. But behind his name is Jahlil Okafor.
I think Jaleel Okafor's a lock to get traded. I think
Wow.
he'll probably end up in New Orleans with.
I heard-
New Orleans, really?
Wow.
Yeah.
I heard recently he was in Chicago. Just
Yeah, he
like
lives
he didn't
in
even.
Chicago.
No, but I'm saying like he didn't even travel with the team recently.
I know
Like,
they
so
told him to stay away
So that's a
because
sign.
they don't
right
want him
there.
to get hurt before they trade him.
Yeah, that's insane. So they just sent him
That's-
home and said, "Wait till you get traded."
Yeah.
Essentially,
That's terrible.
yeah. So that's what I heard about.
Like you
An NBA
just gotta
organization.
just chill until we trade you. Like,
They can't lose. Yeah,
No,
they can't lose out on
that's
him.
what happened a lot. Like Eddie Curry got like banned from the games, and like same thing with like Marbury. I guess it's a little bit different, but
First of all, I think it's poor and it's immature for the organization to kind of
poor and immature.
yeah yes.
Like, hey,
if you're
we want to keep your stock as high as it is now. We don't want you to blow your knee out.
That's their
before
insurance, though.
the next couple games.
people are paying their heart. There's so many blue collar workers in Philadelphia. They're playing their heart.
They're not paying to see Jaleel Okafor.
Why wouldn't they?
Philadelphia. You mean
He's arguably the second best player on their team. All right.
I guess.
Okay, let's agree that Joel Embiid's the most talented player on the Sixers. Ben Simmons isn't playing right now.
All right.
He hasn't made his career. But
He's not going to play this season.
recent reports say that
There's no
they
point
plan
in
on
playing
playing
him.
him. I would play him. See what you got.
I wouldn't keep. I wouldn't play.
Let him rookie.
I would see what you got. Maybe play 10 games and then shut him down
point.
after. Anywho, who is it? Joel Embiid. Who's the most talented player on the Sixers roster that's playing right now?
Covington, I guess.
Covington over Nerlens Noel? And
I don't know. I'm not sold on his game. All he really does is like block
Play
shots.
defense. I mean, he's a hell of a defensive player. I compared him earlier to Tyson Chandler.
that's a decent comparison, yeah.
I don't know. The whole rosters are kind of
Like John Henson.
It's just a bunch of
their
role players.
The rest of the roster, like Embiid, is like kind of like a structure fire.
Yeah, right.
They're all just
Filling.
there. They're all just there because they can't go anywhere else.
It's true.
Like,
Names you've never heard of before.
Yeah.
I think the Bulls are making a big trade too. Another team that's going to make a move is Boston. They have so much equity, and when I mean equity, I mean draft picks this year. What is one of the
you know what? It'd be wild.
What?
I heard the name Paul George being thrown around.
to
No.
Boston? Yeah.
Nah. I don't see it happening.
I don't
I
either.
love Paul George.
I heard I'm trying to think. There's a recent trade rumor with Boston. It was a big name too.
I've heard Jimmy and Paul George to Boston.
Really? I've heard the rumor of Jimmy leaving Chicago, and that's gonna just spark a rebuild.
The
Automatic.
Bulls need to make a decision. They're either going to compete, like really compete, which means spend money on the
But
damn
did you hear-
roster,
Yeah, but
or blow it up.
I don't want them to make a decision because the people that would be in charge of making that decision are Gar Foreman and John Paxson. And I feel
No,
like
it
they
is
are
Reinsdorf.
incapable
They need
of
to start
making
from the bottom.
Reinsdorf.
No, I heard Reinsdorf's giving his team up to his kids soon.
Well, not soon enough.
No, I heard it's like within this next
That guy
season.
likes to nickel and dime that
Yeah, I know,
roster to
but
death.
I feel like it's gonna happen very soon, where it's gonna be a new ownership. They're gonna get rid of Gar Foreman. I feel like it's gonna be a rebuild from the bottom up.
I don't think so.
You know,
I think Jerry Reinsdorf is sitting on his wad of money, and he sees that the United Center sells out every single night.
It's true.
And the fact that they have the third highest revenue in the NBA, they'll be like, you know what, I'm good with this. They're good. The team is good enough to make the playoffs every season, but not good enough to actually compete for anything. I'm good with it.
So we're in a Chicago-based market, right? A lot of people follow the Bulls really closely. What would you do to fix the Bulls? Because clearly there's something wrong with them.
I trade Jimmy Butler.
you trade Jimmy Butler.
We're never going to be competitive in the 3 years left on his deal.
Really.
Not competitive enough to really compete for anything.
think we need a
You
big-
flip him for. Let's say we turn him to Boston. Give us Jaylen Brown. Give us.
The number one overall.
Give us.
launching that.
Give
No, I
us-
heard of Crowder
give-
thrown around
give-
for
give us-
Butler.
No, I don't want Crowder. Give me Jaylen Brown. Give me Terry Rozier. Whatever else to make the money work.
What about
give
the
me,
draft
give me,
picks?
give me Brooklyn's pick. The ability to swap with Brooklyn this year and Brooklyn's pick next year and their pick 2 years from now.
Because they're going to suck forever.
Yeah,
I don't think
so.
Jimmy's
That would
leaving
be
Chicago.
3 first-round picks. Both of them should be in the top 5 plus a third. For Jimmy Butler, and we would get Jaylen Brown as a promising young player.
Who's
We
the
get
number
Terry Rozier.
3 overall pick this year?
Who?
Jaylen Brown was.
Yes.
This year. He's super
So Jaylen
talented.
Brown, Terry Rozier,
What
whatever to make the money work, and then 3 first-round picks.
And what's D-Wade going to do? He's gone?
He doesn't opt out after this season anyways. He's not in our future plans.
Really? Because I feel like, what if D-Wade stays, Jimmy
He-
Butler
he-
stays, and they try to attract
Jimmy
Blake
Butler's-
Griffin?
Yeah, but Dwayne Wade's not going to play it for 100. He's not going to play 100 years.
100 years? We're not talking about 100 years. We're trying to one last run.
No.
What do you mean?
No.
What if they decided to
Did
stay
LeBron-
and attracted
did-
maybe
did-
a Blake Griffin?
Did LeBron retire? Did nobody give me? Did I hear the memo?
I don't care.
Did I miss
Someone-
the
Don't
note?
bring
Did I
up
miss
LeBron
that?
James.
Like,
I hate when people bring up LeBron James.
Yeah.
LeBron James is beatable.
Well, no, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Nobody has proved it. Why hasn't it been done? Why hasn't anybody
Well, you'll
beaten
see
him?
it this year. Obviously, the Warriors are going to win it. So
Yeah, but nobody in the Eastern Conference beats LeBron. He's been to 6 straight finals for a reason. Nobody can beat him.
Well, eventually that streak's going to end.
No, maybe not. Maybe he'll
What?
retire before it happens.
no, it's definitely going to end. I feel like it's going to end this year.
No.
Yeah.
You watch. LeBron James will be in the finals every year until he doesn't want to be.
Wow.
If we're going to look forward, I feel like
bold
the
statement.
East is stronger at the top than it's been in the past 3-4 seasons.
It's the same.
No, it's not. It clearly is.
Boston is as good as any team that's been like that second, like Indiana a couple years ago. This Boston team is as good as Indiana was a couple years ago.
Yeah,
right?
but it's deeper. You also have Washington, who's
like the Bulls.
Up.
The Bulls of like
you
a
have
few years
Toronto
ago.
making
True
the
enough.
great acquisition of Serge Ibaka.
That's like Boston.
They had I don't know if that's like Boston. They had Toronto had a huge hole at the 4 position.
Yeah.
That's the
And
one
they
thing they've always
and
been
they
missing,
filled
then
it and they filled it with Serge Ibaka.
Yes.
What? Well,
Please.
Don't be disrespectful. of
Don't
Serge.
disrespect the Serge.
He has not been the same player since he has the since he
I
got the
agree.
calf injury.
That's true.
Top of that, he's the 3rd worst player at passes defended
And
in the
passes
NBA.
defended.
Yeah,
That's a
in the
weird
post.
stat.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah, that's a weird stat.
I don't care about that stat. What I do care
Nobody
about
knows
is
number 1
Wow.
this season.
Well, he's horrendous.
60 mil.
72.
Serge
72?
Ibaka is an
Yeah.
elite
Jeez.
rim protector.
Not
He can-
anymore.
He's
think he's
still
still
is.
a
No,
big
he's
man.
not, dude. He's having like his defensively. He had his worst season of his career.
But are you going to
His
blame that
blocks
on
are
him
down.
or his team?
He's on a new team. He's
Yeah,
adjusting.
but he doesn't have anybody else to block shots. Like Vucevic isn't blocking shots. Like he should be getting blocks. He should get blocks on accident. He's 7 feet tall.
On accident? Oh, no.
Like Andre Bignani, when he was in the league, used to get blocks on accident.
Yeah, that's true.
Like he was 7 feet tall, but he never tried to block any shots. He just got a couple. Like he just put his hands up and it happened.
That's funny.
And Serge also has the ability to step behind the 3-point line and drill these threes.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
we can't ignore
A
that.
stretch forward. That's the league now.
He adds a lot of versatility to the Raptors. I think the top 4 in the East is, I think it's the most dangerous or the most threatening to LeBron in the past few years.
I agree. I don't think LeBron gets to the finals this year.
Isaiah Thomas is a cold-blooded killer in the 4th quarter.
Man, I love
He might
Isaiah
win
Thomas.
the MVP. If he ends up with
Really?
a better record than the Rockets, I think he'll win MVP.
I'm sorry. I'm going with
Yeah.
James Harden.
That's what I just said.
I know, but he's
But if,
getting it.
he has, but if Boston doesn't have a better record than the Rockets,
Well, it's just not going to happen. I think the Rockets. James Harden's got MVP this year.
I think James Harden's 3rd on my list for MVP.
Wow. James, you're one.
Oh, you were like that.
I'm going 2 Isaiah
God.
Thomas
Don't
and
even
number
do it.
1 Russell Westbrook.
No, dude, just because you
The triple-double stat's
no,
ridiculous,
no,
dude.
just-
You can't ignore
His
that.
numbers are
It's inflated.
His numbers are inflated.
So
Yeah,
because he passes the ball more than he probably should.
I feel like
he like pushes away into rebounds. Like he basically goes after these numbers. Look at that, and
I agree.
their team isn't good.
He's
They're
right.
they're going to be like a one and done team in the playoffs. They're going to get bounced in the first round.
Well,
like,
I can't say they're not good. That's disrespectful. Maybe they're not good enough to
They're not-
go
they're
far
not- they're
in the
not-
playoffs,
they're
but they're
not-
good. They're a good team.
He's not the. They have to be. James Harden will be the MVP when it's all said and done.
Why?
100%.
Because
Explain yourself.
like his team is like what he does, like that team is facilitated through him. And I really think Russell Westbrook's the same thing, but Harden is better at it.
100% agree.
Stat-wise, I disagree. I think Harden has fantastic numbers this year. I'm not ignoring that at all. I think it's a great year to be in the NBA. A lot of MVP contenders. But I think Russell Westbrook.
3 MVP contenders.
There's 3 big ones, and then that's not even counting LeBron James,
Or
who
KD.
I think is always in it. KD or Kawhi. These are the dark horses. They're not going to win because you have 3 players that are having outstanding years. I wouldn't be disappointed if Westbrook, Harden, or Isaiah win this year. But I think the fact that Russell Westbrook has all these triple doubles.
Yeah, but his numbers
It's inflated.
His numbers are just absurdly inflated. Like the only because his team, the roster stinks. It's like when Kevin Love. It's like when
It
Kevin Love
doesn't
was.
stink.
Yes, it does, dude. Their roster is hard. But you take Russell Westbrook off that roster.
That's a below 500 team.
Yeah, definitely.
They would not even that.
Maybe
They'd be the
less.
worst team in the Western Conference.
Yeah, probably.
Period.
I agree. He's right.
Potentially. I can't dismiss that. But with Russell, like they're okay. They got Enes Kanter, Steven Adams
Injured.
plays pretty well. Victor Oladipo is serviceable.
He's all right.
He's serviceable. You know,
I expected more from him.
If Cantor hadn't got hurt, he would have won Sixth Man of the Year.
I think Kanter's a really good player.
think he would've won
I'm not
six,
sold on Roberson. I think
He's the worst player.
he's terrible.
He's the
Andre
worst starting
Roberson's
player
pretty
in the NBA.
I agree. I don't know
That's
why.
funny.
The worst player that starts in the
You think
NBA.
he's the worst player in the NBA?
No, the worst player that
Worst starter.
starts.
The worst
Player.
starter in the NBA. He plays great defense.
Yeah, but you want when he gets
can't
the basketball.
score.
When he gets
Yeah.
the basketball, it's like
He's
from me to the
confused.
TV. Like nobody guards him. They're like, oh, just shoot it. We don't care. Like you're at the rack and like that guy gets the basketball, and you're like, whatever.
Let
I'm
him
not gonna
shoot
even
it.
run out there. Just let him shoot. Like
He's right. But I just think that James Harden deserves this MVP because he's doing what an MVP does. He's making his team better, and like with Russell Westbrook's focused on himself. He's saying inflating his numbers because he's going for those rebounds. He knows he needs to hit 10 rebounds. He knows he's not doing anything like an MVP should. Harden's thinking, I need to score to win this game. Russell Westbrook's thinking, I need to score to make my stats to get 60 triple doubles.
because he's also overpassing. You can watch like Russell Westbrook play. Like he's definitely overpassing.
LeBron overpassed.
No, he does not. Not like this.
He did.
Oh, he did. He had a problem because he didn't know what to do at a point.
People criticized him back in the day that he was he
Yeah,
was
we're
scoring too much.
not talking about. We're not talking about.
But I'm just making a
everything have to come back to
comparison.
LeBron.
He's right.
I'm making
It's
a comparison.
he's
It's a
saying
valid
it's fixable.
comparison. So you're claiming that Westbrook overpasses the ball. Well, that's a lot of great players overpassed when they were trying to develop their game, become more well-rounded, like LeBron did. Now LeBron's the greatest basketball player on
Westbrook
planet
also
Earth.
overshoots. He shoots the basketball way too much as well. He does a lot of things that too much. He's just an excessive ball player.
He turns it over way too much, but that just happens if you have the ball all the time.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
that's like that's kind of the way it goes.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you take James Harden off the Rockets, if you take Russell Westbrook off the Thunder,
This is the exact argument we had when we talked about Harden versus Curry a few years ago, and you were like all about Curry, and I was like, you can take James Harden off the Rockets.
who
who
won the MVP that year? Remind me, Dave.
Curry.
Oh,
Yeah, but this is the same argument that we had. Like I'm like, no.
the argument holds water. That's why it must be brought up.
Because Harden was you think James Harden off the Rocket team that he was like that was the second in the Western Conference a few seasons ago. They were the worst team in the NBA.
He's right.
But with James
That was
Harden,
with Dwight though, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
like when they first got him.
Yeah, that was terrible.
And then so now if you take James Harden off, like they'd be the worst team in the NBA.
If you take James Harden off the Rockets, is what you're
No,
saying?
James Harden off the Thunder.
Russell Westbrook off the Thunder.
They'd be the worst team in the NBA.
Yeah.
When this is the exact opposite argument that you made 2 years ago. You think that like the argument like things change?
First, if I'm splitting hairs, I don't think they'd be the worst. I think the Brooklyn Nets are the worst teams by far.
Western Conference.
Well, I think they'd have a better record still than the Suns. Anywho,
No
that's
way.
not important. What is important is this MVP, which I think Russell Westbrook's going to win because you're ignoring the fact that he's setting like triple-double records. No one's gotten triple-doubles at this rate, since Oscar Robertson?
Yeah, but when you go out and decide, like, I'm just going to get a triple-double every day, you don't think that LeBron James...
You don't know his mindset. You don't know that's
You
what
don't think that LeBron James decided, you know what, I'm going to get a triple-double this season. You don't think he can do it if he wants to?
What do those triple doubles mean right now?
Um,
What do they mean on paper? What do they mean for his team? His team's just
sometimes
sitting
they
there
result
taking
in
losses.
wins. Sometimes they result in wins.
Most
Sometimes,
of the time,
They're the 7th seed in the Western Conference.
but we all know how deep the West is. The West is.
It's not that
Yeah,
deep
but-
this year. Like, you look at the 8th seed, that like a below 500 team's going to get into the playoffs in the West.
Is that true?
Yeah, look at the Denver Nuggets. Their record's terrible.
wow.
Portland, who had all this hype, they're like the 9th seed.
Yeah, they are.
They lack depth. And the Jazz, aren't they like the 4th seed?
5.
Wow.
Something like that, 4 or 5. They just
That's
lost a couple games
cool.
in a row.
That's cool.
Good. Yeah, good.
Yeah,
for
Gordon
them.
Hayward, Rudy Gobert. Maybe they'll make a trade. Maybe they can get Carmelo Anthony.
That'll be cool.
That would be so weird. Yeah, I would love that move.
I don't know what they'd have to give up to get him, but make the money
probably
work.
somebody big.
Give him Dante Exum. No one knows what to do with that guy.
Exum for Carmelo.
No one knows what to do with
The money
him.
doesn't work.
Definitely does not work. That's crazy.
Anyway, that's an interesting discussion though. Like you guys are all for James Harden for this MVP.
Yeah, like I was 2 years
I'm
ago.
100% on James Harden this year, just because of the success of his team.
And where does Isaiah Thomas fall for you?
3, I guess. I know it's hard with Westbrook.
I would go 3 then. Isaiah Thomas is 3.
It's 3.
Yeah,
I guess so.
because
yeah.
you give Westbrook the credit that he's doing. I mean, what he's
The
doing.
numbers don't lie.
Yeah,
But I think his
But you're giving Harden the edge because his team's better.
Yeah.
because he's making his team better. I feel like his team's feeding off of him. That's what an MVP does. Like LeBron James, you're arguing for LeBron James.
Like you
being
have-
MVP.
like you have a
He
player like-
creates these teams.
Like they have a couple players on their roster right now that are like kind of throwaways from other rosters.
And who are you talking about?
Ryan Anderson, Eric Gordon.
I was
So,
already
like, they
looking
were,
at that.
They were
Ryan
going to
Anderson.
like Eric Gordon was like injured all the time, so they kind of like a toss off of like New
Yeah.
Orleans. So like, they're like nobody wants him, so they signed him to pretty cheap money. And I think he's hit more 3-pointers than anybody in the league right now. And then Ryan
He's up
Anderson,
there.
is what Ryan Anderson is. Like this is like the perfect guy to pair with a James Harden, who's somebody who's like a slasher who likes to kick it out. And then Clint Capella's like his game is really developed.
I'm glad you brought up Clint Capella. I really like how his game is growing
And
so
they,
fast.
the
got Patrick
the guy
Beverley.
the guy from Louisville, the guy who has more dunks than anybody.
Montrezl
Yeah, the guy who has more
Harrell,
dunks than anybody in the history of the NCAA.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So that guy's developed into a pretty nice player, like serviceable.
Yeah,
I agree.
So all right,
And Patrick Beverley's a nice player sometimes.
I think he's a nice player defensively.
Yeah,
He got
sometimes.
hustle.
So
Sometimes.
where do you see the Rockets then?
I think they're gonna be the Western Conference Finals when it's all said and done.
Okay, you think they're gonna
Losing, obviously.
Probably.
they're gonna get by the Spurs, the Clippers, the
Yeah.
Jazz?
Yeah.
Ooh, man, you can't sleep on the Spurs. I'm sorry.
You never
I don't know.
can.
You can never sleep on the Spurs.
Yeah.
As long as Greg Popovich is their head coach, you will never sleep on the Spurs. As long as they have Kawhi Leonard, you cannot sleep on the Spurs. That's it. That's point blank. Because Tony's playing the season, his career low in minutes right now. You can never sleep on Tony Parker because now he might bounce out in the playoffs.
He's 33 years old.
I don't care what you say,
That's
man.
it?
He's
Yeah.
not 33. Tony?
Yeah, he's
I
been in
feel-
the league 100 years.
No,
I
wait,
feel like
Tony
he's
Parker's
older.
older than that, dude. No, he
Older?
is older.
He's got to be older.
No, I think he's like 33.
No,
We're-
Tony Parker's older than that.
I know you viewers can't see this now. We're all taking out our
34.
phones. We're trying to see. Oh, 34. Still
Yeah.
slightly younger than what I thought.
Wow, that is young.
But
he has a lot of basketball years.
He's
on him.
the
Yeah, he
oldest 34-year-old in the NBA.
That's true.
Yeah, I
let's
mean,
agree on
he
this.
played in Euro when he was like 17, so he's been
Yeah.
playing pro basketball for
like 20 years almost.
20 years or so.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, and he's had a historic career too. I don't know what the Spurs do. I think they're better off if Ginobili and Parker retire at the end of this year, and then they just kind
Start
of
getting some.
Who's
yeah,
gonna play
like,
point for them?
you either make a trade or you draft someone.
San Antonio. A lot of
Penny
people
Mills?
want to go there. A lot of people
Not
want to
really.
go to San Antonio.
Not really.
What do you mean?
Like the
Greg-
biggest,
Greg
they got
Popovich should be a
they got
Marcus.
Aldridge, but like think about like back like they never really got like super big time free agents.
But I'm saying, as long as Greg Popovich is their head coach, I think people would be attracted to just
But
coming
yeah,
to San
but
Antonio.
I just nobody really goes there. Like when was the last time they got besides Aldridge?
I mean, have
like,
they tried?
There are
I don't think
other
yeah.
big
For
time
the
free
past
agents.
20 years, they had the big three with. Why would they need someone?
Yeah.
They didn't need anyone until right now. We're talking about it now.
You
because
know
they-
who would be the worst fit in San Antonio system? Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think that would work.
I don't
Yeah.
think Pops will probably retire after that.
Yeah.
I'm not
Hate
dealing with
this
this.
guy.
Yeah, I'm not dealing with this. Definitely not.
Kill him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys mentioned the Bucks earlier. You think Greg Monroe gets traded?
Oh yes, he's on that team, isn't he? He's such a weird player nowadays, man. Like I used to think really highly of him. He had a lot of potential coming out. He's plateaued. He hasn't
I
done
always thought that this was like his peak. Like I never thought he was gonna get better than this.
Yeah,
But like we're coming off the bench. I don't like he doesn't really have a because Giannis really developed after like they signed him. So like I don't think they really expected Giannis to get this good.
I
yeah.
agree.
And the Bucks are so interesting, and they have like a couple interesting young players. They have Thon Maker too.
Yeah,
Do you guys, are you guys
they
familiar with
they
him?
could have
He's-
taken him in the second round. They should definitely.
Yeah, they reached on
super
him.
reached on him at 10.
Yeah.
they got taken
10
him
overall?
Yeah, they could have taken him in the second round.
What was? Isn't he like 7'1", 7'2", and he plays
Yeah,
like
but the thing is, nobody knows how old he really is because he comes from like
Sedan or
Yeah.
whatever?
Really?
they don't know how old he is. So like,
But
it's
he's like a point. He plays like a point guard, but he's like 7'2". He's super long and
He
frail.
plays. Did you say point guard?
He-
He's
but he-
7'2".
he's,
No,
he's a
he's-
power forward, but he's
But he can handle the
trying to be like-
basketball.
he's-
Like you watch his mixtape, like he can handle the basketball.
he,
a
he
bit.
tries playing like Ben Simmons, but like he takes a lot more threes. He's
Yeah.
likes ISO plays off the dribble. He's a little frail. No, not a little. He's
He's a lot frail for the NBA.
The dude's a rail. He gets thrown around in the post. He's super skinny. Kind of, if you guys are familiar with Manute Bol, not to that extent, because he actually died because of his, like how skinny
yeah.
he was. So I'm not going to make that comparison, but I hope it kind of.
He's like right there.
Yeah.
He's very skinny for like how big he is. Like 7'2". Like he's probably like he's less than you, Eddie.
That's ridiculous. 160. So no.
No, I think he's like 7'2" and like 218 or something,
Wow.
220, which is like I'm slightly less than that.
That's wow.
Yeah, so he's but if he pans out, that would be such a freak weapon to have, like a 7'2" guy
Yeah.
with a ridiculous. His reach is even longer.
Yeah.
He has insane blocks. His rebounding skills could get better, but like if he reaches
Well,
this super high ceiling,
him like they did the Greek freak, like like the size.
apparently they're good at developing these freaks, freak players.
Greek freak.
Because the Greek freak, honestly, I was debating with my friends about this earlier this week. I think ESPN is trying to market Giannis as like a next big thing. He's been on like Sports Center and all these other ESPN shows. They're really trying to like put his name out there. But he has a couple hurdles. One, the language barrier. Yeah, he speaks English and he's like, but it's not great. He can't really connect, and it's hard for a lot of fans and ticket payers to really connect with someone that stumbles through the English language. It's a fact. But his play is fantastic. He's very young and he's a freak athlete, but it's hard for them to connect with someone that kind of isn't great on the mic.
Yeah. In baseball, it happens the same way.
Yeah. A lot of baseball players struggle with that too.
But I think he'll get better. But
he's also Milwaukee, which isn't like the best sports.
And he just
town
locked up 4 years. But no, I mean, he's gonna be. I think he's the future of the NBA.
I agree.
Like him and Anthony Davis and like Karl-Anthony Towns to some extent.
They'll stretch.
No, it's not just that. Just the way he can handle the basketball off the dribble. Like he kind of create
he has a
we
shot
don't
too.
see people like other than KD that are 6'11", 6'10", 7 feet tall who can handle the basketball like this.
So the dilemma that I'm experiencing is LeBron's not going to play forever.
Maybe he will.
No,
Wouldn't that be sweet? I love LeBron, dude.
I'm not a LeBron fan at all.
Oh, dude.
The thing is, the NBA has always had someone that has been the face of the NBA. It was LeBron, it was Kobe, it was MJ. Back when, Magic, Bird, Kareem,
Oscar,
even Wilt. There's always been that face of the NBA, and in order to be that face, you not only does your play have to be superior and on another level than your competition, you also have to be able to relate to people. And
well, that's what Kevin Durant's for.
No, well,
how does he
Kevin Durant or Steph Curry right now? Is that transition already in with LeBron going to Steph Curry? I think Steph Curry could be arguably the face of the NBA right now.
I'm more comfortable giving it to Steph Curry, even though I think Durant might be a better player. It's hard to say.
I think Kevin Durant is definitely a better player
than Steph Curry.
Yeah,
it's hard to say.
Kevin Durant went to a team full of all-stars, and he's the best player. Like he went to a bunch of players. Like maybe Steph Curry.
Steph Curry taking a step back?
Steph Curry was the first
player on that team.
Yes, he is. Steph Curry is the first ever unanimous MVP, and Kevin Durant going into made him still the best player on the team is Kevin Durant, even with the unanimous MVP.
But is that Steph Curry's taking a step back? And
no, Kevin Durant is a much better basketball player.
I don't know.
He's more versatile.
He's bigger.
How?
I think if Steph Curry was
6'10",
bigger,
he can handle the basketball like a shooting guard. He can shoot it from anywhere. He can post up people. Like his game offers more options than Steph Curry's.
But that doesn't necessarily mean
he's a better defender.
That's just because I feel like you're just. If Steph Curry was 6'10", I believe Steph Curry would probably be the greatest player of all time.
Okay, he's not. But
okay, I'm just saying.
He's not though.
Okay.
Like sometimes you're limited by stature.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's a couple holes in that argument. I don't know if he's a better defender. If Durant's a better defender than Steph Curry, I don't. Yeah, like
they don't defend the same players.
Steph Curry is the best shooter on this planet. He's I think even though Durant's a great shooter, I'm not taking anything away from Durant.
Klay Thompson's pretty good too.
But Steph Curry is I think most people.
He
has the record for most threes in a season, and he blew that out of the water.
Okay.
So statistically speaking,
he broke his own record. I get it. Yeah, we get it. All right, very nice.
Is he better than Durant?
Yes.
You can make.
No.
I'll hear the argument both ways.
No, you can't. Kevin Durant is a superior basketball player.
But I will say that Steph Curry is more. It's easier to connect with Steph Curry than it is Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's kind of a Judas. He's a traitor.
Because you can connect more with Steph Curry because he looks like somebody you just see walking around.
No, because he has that demeanor where he has a good lifestyle with his wife.
Outside
the game.
It's also that Steph Curry looks like somebody who doesn't belong in the NBA. He looks like somebody you might just walking down the street. Like, hey,
he's not. Really
he's just skinny. He's not 6'10". He's not 7 feet tall. Like, Steph Curry.
He has raw talent, and that's what makes people like him, enjoyable, an MVP.
I'm not okay. Maybe I don't know. All right, fine. Touche.
See?
Yeah. So I'm just my point is that we're all talking about the future of the NBA. Who's going to be the future?
Davis.
Anthony Davis is. I don't know.
Is he ever stay healthy?
Yeah,
that's the problem with these big big guys that can dribble because you don't know if they can stay healthy. That's a lot of weight they're doing. They're doing like some Giannis, for example. Yeah. I don't know if Giannis could do this for his whole career. He's gonna have to learn a different ball game.
I do think that's a valid point. I do think that eventually he's gonna have to change up his game a little bit because there's no way he can play like this forever.
Definitely.
Maybe. I mean, Kevin Durant's kind of played.
Yeah,
like
but these Giannis is a little bigger than him.
No, Kevin Durant. No, they're like the same. Kevin Durant's like 6 feet tall. 7 feet tall. Like he just says he's on his playing card. It might say 6'9", but he's 7 feet tall.
Really?
Like he is all up 7
length.
feet tall.
Yeah, they're both tall guys. I don't know. Like I feel like people respect LeBron. Like LeBron is probably the most powerful. Him and Tom Brady probably are the most powerful athletes in mainstream sports.
I agree.
Right? Like
Yeah.
they just demand this certain, some sort of respect and power and media attention.
Even though I don't know why LeBron gets that, because
He's the best player in the world.
I understand, but
And he's been that
outside
way
the
for a
game of
decade.
basketball, for an MVP, for me, you have to be on and off the court, represent the same exact mentality. Steph Curry, on and off the court, represents this mentality where everybody respects him.
Whoa,
With LeBron James making the decision, that whole decision thing.
I think that's way in it. Like, do you realize how much money LeBron James raises for various charities? Like the good work he does.
I agree, but
Like,
I'm saying
he is
with
like,
the game,
he just won that award for that was Jackie Robinson Award. It's only been given out to 4 people in the history of the NBA or in the history of sports. Was it Bo Jackson, Michael Jordan, and like somebody else, Walter Payton maybe. So like, LeBron James is an incredible human being.
I'm not saying that, but can you deny that LeBron James is the way he is? I don't know. The way he plays basketball and the way his demeanor is with the decision and all that. Maybe he changed now, and now he's trying to fill that gap. But I feel like ever since he came into the NBA, he has a cocky persona. He just covers it up. Like, he cries.
Yeah, and you don't think Steph Curry,
I don't know. That's my persona.
Like, you don't think Steph Curry has that same? That's like, especially on the basketball court.
When he's talking, not when he's talking. When it's all about, I don't know, man. When Steph Curry talks in his post game conferences and all that, LeBron James is like, no, our team is terrible. This is the reasoning. We need more help. You think Steph's doing that?
but he's earned that. Like LeBron James earned that cachet.
But he's been like that his whole career.
Not that whole career.
He's been like that
the
his
first
whole
time he was in
career.
Cleveland, he was complaining about the roster every night.
No, because
he wasn't, because he didn't have any jewelry then.
Yeah, but then
when
you
you
know
get
what?
jewelry,
You're
you can
right.
make choices.
No, but guess
you
what?
Call people
Guess
out.
what?
You be like,
He
hey,
left.
this isn't good enough.
That's the reason why he left, though, because he didn't have the help. He's like, I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to make the decision, go on camera, make the decision in front. Was that necessary?
And now that he has the titles and the jewelry and all the accolades,
yeah, because
he's
he's
back in
go
Cleveland.
somewhere else to get it.
He's back in Cleveland. He's like, yo, this roster's not good enough.
I can have an hour-long conversation about LeBron James.
I'm putting you guys to the ringer. If this team isn't good enough, I'm just going to dip. Like, you need to make this team good enough for me.
I'd like to offer a little different perspective. I'm going to disagree with you, Eddie, a little bit here. I love the idea he did the decision, even though I think he came off cocky, which is kind of what you're saying, right? Yeah. Like, he came off, like, arrogant by making the decision.
Other part, all the commercials during that decision were all, like, companies that he is, like, a part of.
Yeah,
like,
it was like his own show. It was a reality show, and I hated that.
But no, let's look at it from his perspective. That was good business. That was good. That was a good
I'm not
move
gonna
on his
deny
part.
he's a smart.
And
guy.
wait,
he advertised all his own companies, so like everybody was watching. So and he waited until the last.
Aside of that, listen to this. He really helped build his character of being the villain, being the most hated. People wanted to watch LeBron fail. People wanted to watch him lose and crumble. You know how many people that attracted? Millions.
He's right.
Millions of new people are watching LeBron James. He got so much more exposure, so much more attention. And you know what he did? Well, he lost his first year, but then he won what? So how many rings does he have now?
3. He's got 3 titles.
He's 2 in Miami, and then he's got that 1 in Cleveland. Now he runs sports. Yeah. LeBron calls his shots now, and I think that was the first big move that catapulted him to that level. It was kind of, like he came off arrogant. I don't know if I would have done it that way, but it worked, and you got to give him credit where credit is due.
I say he's a good businessman, but that's not. I mean, the NBA.
It's about business. But LeBron James is a really good like when you talk about like Michael Jordan like being the greatest basketball player, like people have reserves because Michael Jordan sucked as a human being. Like he was a very good basketball player, but he sucks as a human being. He's a terrible person. When you have LeBron,
come on, man. On what standard? What standard?
When you have LeBron,
can't say that,
dude. He gambles all his money away, dude. He drinks all the time, dude. He's a terrible person.
That's
and he doesn't raise even close to the amount of money that LeBron does.
Sports in general has changed though since Michael Jordan.
I'll give you that.
So back then, Pete Rose was gambling too. A bunch of people were doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, fair enough. But LeBron James is like legitimately a good person, and he's a good actor. He's funny.
An actor? No, you'll admit to that. He's a great actor. I'm the court too. I'm the court as well.
He's a great actor on the court. He's flopping all over the place.
It's crazy.
Why are you flopping? It's must-see television.
First off, he's not a good actor. Have you guys not seen Trainwreck with Amy Schumer?
He was funny in that movie. He was so funny.
that wasn't good acting. Come on.
terrible.
He's funny in that movie.
He's not a good actor. He might be good compared to all these other athletes who try to get into acting and they're
John Cena.
stone face. John Cena's good.
Yeah.
Shaq's pretty good.
Whoa. Have you seen Shazam? Not a good movie.
Oh, I'm not saying Shazam. Grown Ups. He's a great actor in Grown Ups.
Okay, maybe.
A good performance. We're getting a little off the rails here. Anywho, I am a little concerned how the NBA is going to be once LeBron does decide to hang it up. I think Tom Brady's going to leave the NFL before LeBron James retires, but I'm not sure. LeBron James plays a ridiculous amount of minutes, and I feel like Cleveland's kind of running him into the ground. And I partially blame Kevin Love's inept ability to stay on the court. And
not to mention, like, other great players that have stayed great throughout the course of their entire career. They joined like this jump shot that they could rely on. LeBron James doesn't have that. Once his body starts to break down, it'll be like the end of his career.
I don't think so. I don't think he'll adjust like every other player, like you just said. I think that he can have a post game.
I don't think so.
What do you mean? LeBron's a big guy.
He's made so many adjustments throughout his career.
Yeah, but he doesn't rely on it. It's not something like when you watch people guard LeBron James, it's like, you know what? If you want to shoot that 3-point shot, go ahead.
I've seen him hit it so many times. Though.
I don't think
that. But that Washington Cavaliers game was the best game of this NBA season.
He stepped out of bounds.
Really?
I don't know. I didn't see that. It looked like a fantastic shot from me.
It looked like he stepped out of bounds.
No, he didn't step out of bounds. He had 1 foot in. I hate LeBron, but he did.
No, he looked like his foot was definitely on the baseline, or whatever it is on this side. He was out. It was still a fantastic game, but he was definitely out.
And he also hit a couple big 3-point shots.
He hits shots when it matters.
Yeah,
that's what matters. But he's not a consistent shooter. He does not have that part of his game.
Yeah.
I think he could develop though.
If he hasn't developed it by now, studies have shown that.
Look at Vince Carter. Like he's still in the NBA. Why? Wow. Because he changed his game style completely. Now he just chills behind the arc and he hits these open shots. Steve Nash did the same thing.
D Wade's trying to do it, but it's not working.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
He's not going to develop. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
I think D Wade needs that, or his career is going to end sooner than what we hope.
Yeah, like next year, maybe.
Yeah,
a couple years. I give it. Yeah, I agree. His knees are done, man. D Wade's legs are. Yeah. He's hurting to play basketball right now.
He takes a lot of time off too. He doesn't really practice anymore, which other players.
Another sign.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to add to this?
I think we covered a lot here.
Yeah, I mean, we went for 50. We were like, we're gonna do a 15-minute podcast, and ended up being 50 minutes. This is what happens to be a TJ too. We're like, we're gonna keep it under 45 minutes, an hour and a half.
Because once you stumble across a really hot topic where you have conflicting point of views, you got to stand up for your side. Yeah. If you're saying some crazy stuff, David, I'm not gonna let you get away with that.
What did you say earlier? Kyle Korver better shooter
than Steph Curry. Yeah, that was.
All right, well, this is the triangle signing off.
No, before I have to say one more thing. I have to call David out on. We just went out to dinner and Dave lunch. Sorry, Dave made this ridiculous claim. He's like, John Wall is a lock to be a borderline lock to be a Hall of Famer. John Wall. I love John Wall. I'm not trying to say anything bad about John Wall because I think he's a great player. But a lock to be a Hall of Famer.
Borderline lock.
Don't backtrack.
I said borderline lock. I said it.
To be a Hall of Famer. What are your credentials to be a Hall of Famer?
2 years of good basketball.
You gotta be in my all-time favorite players list. Once you get on that list, you're in the Hall of Fame.
You have to create a trendy dance. Play for the University of Kentucky.
That's funny.
Leave him alone. All right, Triangle signing out. Peace out, guys.